What's going on? Scouts 311 back with The Witcher 2. And we are going to work on... Well, first I want to show that I actually got a trophy, which I didn't realize. I got a Necker trophy, which we got for... As you kill monsters, sometimes you get the drops. We actually had 4 of them, so I sold 3 of them. It gives you 1 damage bonus. That's it. So you get better trophies in the game. But you do have a slot for a trophy. And now you see it's actually on the back of him right there hanging. So you get to actually see the trophies that you collect, which is pretty awesome. And the other thing I wanted to show is we're going to work on this quest in the Claws of Madness. And if you remember, Cedric was telling us about this hospital, insane asylum place that's, you know, out in the woods. So we're going to go there and do that. And what else was I going to show real quick? Oh, we're going to buy pretty much the best steel sword you can get in the game in Chapter 1 is this, the guy, the dwarf blacksmith here sells it. And he's only around in the daytime, so...
At your service. At your service.
It's our boy here. So the best one you can get in the Act 1 or Chapter 1 is the Jagged Blade. And the Jagged Blade, as you see, does 19 to 25 damage. 15% bleeding, 10% poison. So it's badass. And you need 16 iron ore, which we actually have. 1 timber, which we actually have. They're all in my storage in the inn, because they're heavy. But you need 15 Andraga teeth, which we only have 4 though, so we gotta hunt some Andraga down. Some people actually sell the teeth, but I'm gonna see if I can at least do a little bit of hunting and not have to buy a lot of them. But I'm gonna buy the diagram now. It's 339 gold, or orange. So I'm buying that bad boy now though, so we do have it. Now he also has some other good diagrams here, like to make the meteorite ores, which you use in crafting. And fire runes, earth rune diagrams to actually make the runes. Fire is good for a swords type of character. Gives you incineration chance and stuff. You need Andraga stuff for that too, and so is the earth rune. Isn't bad. It gives you vitality and block upgrades. And the Isgith rune gives you bleeding upgrade. The moon runes are basically for mages, for the most part, who use signs, because you get a +4 damage on your signs. Now these runes go into weapons, to upgrade your weapons. And the sun rune is 5% damage increase, so it's that bad either. But we're not going to buy those right now. We're pretty much going to buy... I need to get Andraga teeth, though, so we can upgrade that to get the sword of the chapter. Like I was saying before, this game's different than a lot of other games. Why is there a blue dot over there? That usually means... something.
New shoes.
Greetings.
Greetings.
I see even Flotsam has its ghetto.
We're in Temeria, aren't we? Non-humans are to blame for everything. Cattle plague, higher taxes. Let them live, so long as it's far away and not for too long.
He said he can't leave
Okay.
it just yet. She's going through a difficult
That's it?
soldiers and
Okay.
squirrels.
So anyway, sorry, I didn't know what that guy was there for. I'm using my superb short sword, which actually does a little bit more damage. Actually does the same damage as the Temerian sword that I've been using, but it also does bleed in 10%. So, I figured I'd throw that on. What was I going to say anyway? I thought there was something else I was going to say. I forgot now. Anyway, we're going to the hospital. So, the hospital is... You see on the map on the bottom left of the forest. So we're actually going to leave. I've been leaving from this one here, in the middle of the screen map here, this door. But there is a door here on the west side, so that's a quicker way to get there. So we're going to leave through this door, kind of. So we don't have to go around about. This is where the guys are sleeping, and you can knock on those things. Actually, I'm going to go back in there because I heard a word of power. I don't know if you heard it, but I sure heard it. Remember, if your medallion makes a noise and vibrates while you're running, there's a word of power nearby. I heard... There, see how it's vibrating? That means there's a word of power. There it is. Circle of Power. I think that helps with your signs damage. Alright, so let's get our bearings here. We need to head left. There's some Indragas, just what we want. We need teeth.
How many more can there be?
Damn, there's poison in my ass. We got pretty much the second best sword in the chapter as our silver sword now, so we can get through these guys pretty good rate now. There's got to be someone else here trying to attack us. Oh, there he is. Got some teeth. Did not get teeth on that one. There are only 15 of them. Now you saw on the bottom there as well, if you saw it on the bottom right or not, that we actually got a bonus. Said Indraga 2 of 3. Now you can buy a book to learn everything about a creature, or, which we did for the Neckers, so we read that book and it told us exactly what to do. Or you could just kill them a lot, and the more you kill, the more you learn about them. If you read a book, you go right to 3 of 3. But we're at 2 of 3 now. So it says to use a strong style, and can counterattack you. So if we kill more of them, eventually we'll learn everything we need to know without having to buy that book, which will save us a little bit of money, but it's not, you know, it's not that expensive for the book. But anything helps, because you do not get like crazy money in this game. It's not like some RPGs where you get just tons of cash. There's a couple of them here. Check this out. Ooh, we're loaded up. Endurance. Whole bunch of bonuses. And there's another one over there. You can see it shimmering. You can't get it if you're in a fight there. And these guys, the Neckers and the Indragas, don't like each other as well. So if you get in a fight with them and they're near each other, they'll actually attack each other. This guy's a pain in the ass. There we go, 3 of 3 Indragas, so we know everything we need to know about them. So we technically do not need to buy that book anymore. We're good to go. Hey, we got 4 bonuses. Circle of Life, that's our health regen one. We're rocking and rolling with that shit. Teeth, nice. We need the teeth. Remember I said we have 4 of them in the thing, so we need 11 more, so we can make that sword. Like I said, it's the best sword in the first chapter for a steel sword. We have the second best silver one now. Now with all these bonuses we have from our places of power, we're really fucking traps. We're really able to dish out some damage right now and take it. Alright, so here's where we gotta head.
Some help, finally. I thought I was done for.
What's wrong?
I'm fine, but my friend remains in that damned hospital.
Cedric told me that 2 people went missing near the burnt mansion.
I'm Rupert Brandhuber. I'm a medic from Edda, and I came here with a friend to look for a very rare species of herbs.
These woods aren't the best place for herb picking.
So we were warned, but the temptation was too great. We got as far as the site of the fire. No sign of herbs, but there was something downstairs. Something. What's that? Can you hear it? That's Grindley's dog. Feel that? Something approaches. Help us!
Neckers.
How many more can there be?
Neckers. Now, there's also a lot more places of power in this hospital too. So you want to, as a trap, make sure you use them up. If you use enough of these places of power, you don't really have to do much to boost your ability for this quest. Because the places of power kind of take care of that for you, even though they're only 5 minutes long. They still do help a lot. Now remember, there's a place of power there. You can see by the shimmering. Here's Griggly's dog. This is always the part that I hate when the dog dies. I feel sad now. I do. I'm stupid like that when it comes to animals. I don't know why. I could like relentlessly murder a million humans in a video game, but once an animal gets hurt, I'm like, oh, come on. Stupid. And kids I can't handle any kids getting hurt in movies or games anymore now that I have a daughter. I used to not really bother me. Now I can't even watch it anymore. I just like turn the shit off. Okay, so enough about that. Let's get down into the hospital. Now the one thing that I would consider that tell you to do, to be honest with you, is put some Spectre oil on your Spectre oil on your blade, because it's very helpful down here, because we are going to be fighting wraiths for the first time, and that's what we want. So actually, you know what, you don't go in here to do that, you just go to your inventory. Spectre oil helps against wraiths. So you go to crafting alchemy and you find some, I think it's alchemy, no? Not alchemy? Potions? Enhancements? Enhancements. Spectre oil. Inspect it. Damage to raise 20%. So you want to enhance your silver sword with Spectre oil. And get that bad boy out so we're ready to go. And head down into the hospital proper. Alright, so now we're down in the hospital. And this is actually a very cool quest in this game. And it's actually, it always gave me trouble actually when I first played this game.
Rather than those here they were. Oh, the greed!
So we gotta work our way to the Spectre in the next room. Hospital Files 3 and Hospital Records. And once you loot that, the wraiths come. The wraiths could whoop your ass. I will not lie.
Take that.
If you get them to miss you and then you get them with a good heart attack, with the Spectre oil, it does do a decent amount of damage. But when they start hitting you from behind and shit, they hurt. Let's put it that way. Got it. Alright, so that opens up the way. And they drop Essence of Death, which is a good alchemical ingredient. Alright, so we got Hospital Files 3. Excuse me. Medical records for patients, hospital records, not allowed. Alright, so there's a small story that involves the hospital records and what was done to these patients and why they're goofy and crazy. And there's actually some like things on the walls that if you find them you can read or look at.
They needn't have done it. Those here were innocents. And I...
So just keep following the ghost. Obviously do not go in the fire, as Geralt just told you.
Shakes. Dilated pupils. Has there been any stool?
Now when you jump down here, I believe you're gonna get... Yeah, they're gonna jump out at you.
How many more can there be?
You guys are quick. Look at that, that's cool. Loot everything you can. Hospital Files 1, Fire Rune, which is nice, orange. A cutlass, whole bunch of crap in that one. A robust cutlass. Is that better than what we got? 14 to 21. Yeah, it is. Holy shit. Bleeding 10. Poison 10. See, that's... You want to use that bad boy. Hospital Files 1. Schizophrenia woman. Marner beauty. Had the patient chained. So these people basically have really screwed these people up. And then some stuff to craft with. The patients here did not have a pleasant way through life. Not treated the best.
I'll beg you, help! Give me some medicine! They deserve to suffer! I'm in pain!
Now you see, examine the wall here. You can examine these like drawings and stuff that somebody drew on the wall, one of the patients. Even though they are kind of hard to make out. There is, depending on a path you go on later in the game, there is a...
I'll beg you, help! Give me some
That looks...
medicine!
Amethyst armor enhancement. Yep. And another wall to examine of crazy drawings and bloody things. And a chest with a lot of crap. Orange, dust, cloth, more meteorite ores.
It's creeping towards me.
And I'm going to do a quick save here, because we're actually getting a lot of good stuff. And I'd be lying if I said that I don't die or plan on maybe dying in here. It's another funky picture. Yeah, depending on what the paths you take in the game, I believe those pictures are kind of somewhat be explained to you.
Lee! Leave me be! Away with you!
Control yourself.
It's not my fault. It wasn't me, not me.
What's not your fault?
Fire. Fire everywhere. It wasn't meant to happen. I didn't want that, I swear.
Won't get much out of you until I calm you down. Maybe the fire didn't consume everything. Maybe I can find some medicine, a sedative.
Go away!
So we gotta find the sedative for poor old Gridley here. Yeah, if you take Roach's path in the game, you actually learn who drew these, or meet the artist who drew them, basically. But that's a big choice that you make in the game that completely changes the way the game is, who you end up going with. I'm actually gonna throw some more Spectre oil on my sword because it's out. Because we will be fighting a few more wraiths.
Whatever happened here made quite an impression.
No matter. Clean it. Away! Away!
Go away. Where's it at? Is it in? Okay, so there's... I guess it's not exactly here. It must be farther down. Oh, it's in here, I think. But we find the medicine for him, but we also get jumped by some wraiths, and here's they are. Here's the first one. You want to watch out because we're going to get jumped by another one now that we're in here. As you see, she's out on the right. I'm actually going to chill for a second because she's not coming after me. Hospital Files 2. New journal entry, Wild Hunt. That is a main. Hospital Files 2. The eldest of our residents. Cold water therapy has failed. There seems to be no promise of improvement. I have had him chained and reduced his food rations to weaken the strength of the illness. And employ herbs. Everyone's getting herbs. So it obviously made him go crazy or something. And here's Wild Hunt. The patient is persistently delusional. He claims to have been abducted by the Wild Hunt. He recounts fantasies of a world where genocide happened and where unicorns wander human graves. Sometimes his delusions contain elven gardens. Furthermore, the patient claims that when he escaped the Hunt's captivity, so much time has passed in our world he saw the graves of his children. And one of the main quests of this game, and the main thing, is that Geralt in the Wild Hunt is something that he believes happened to him or has something to do with him. Part of the Return of Memories quest. So that actually picking up that thing is going to have something to do in the game a little bit later. We get to talk about it, kind of. All right, so I think we're ready to go kill this guy. If you saw, that last wraith really took my damage down. They hit hard. That's why you want Quinn on. Try to pin him back and go after him like that against a corner or something. Alright, so here is where our medication for Gridley is. So we need to give him the meds.
What's going on? Where am I?
Easy. Rupert asked me to find you.
Rupert lives.
Listen, you and your friend. I don't get it yet, but you aren't telling the truth. That's painfully apparent. This place seems to have a very dark past, one you had a hand in. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Great. So now you can tell me the story and don't skip a thing.
Story?
There's always a story, Gridley. Spit it out.
We're former soldiers, fought for Eden during one of the wars with Nilfgaard, times long past. I was Rupert's adjutant in the field hospital that our unit set up in this manor house. We didn't at all mind who lived here. In fact, the inmates were friendly. At the outset, that is. One day our scouts captured a Nilfgaardian. He was desperate to win his freedom and claimed he was part of a detachment that had concealed the booty looted in Eder. We couldn't believe our fortune. Thought the gods had smiled upon us. We'd heard incredible tales of this treasure, questioned any black one we'd captured. It seemed all our efforts would finally be rewarded.
We decided to make him talk.
By torturing him?
Our commander wanted to break him on the wheel, but Rupert said he knew a better way. There's a local herb. If you brew and drink it, you can only tell the truth. The commander interrogated the prisoner, drawing a map in the process, and we celebrated. Talked of how we would divide the treasure, and took ever greater liberties with the patients. The priest looking after them began to protest, and one of our boys split his head open.
Nice, Gridley. Keep talking and I just might let you go alive and intact. What happened next?
Once the prisoner revealed where the treasure was hidden, the commander had him quartered in front of the lunatics. They'd shown signs of madness before. When they smelled blood, well, we could not control them. Many we simply had to cut down. I don't even know how the fire broke out.
Any of the patients survive?
A young woman we managed to pull from the burning building. She was nice, quiet, and willing. 2 nights later, she slit our commander's throat, and that was all we saw of her, and of the map, of course. The war was ongoing, and shifting fronts forced us to abandon our search for her soon after.
And here you are, back after many years. Really think you can still find her around here?
Life's not treated me well since then, and Rupert's had it even worse. This is our chance to reverse our fortunes. Fate smiled upon us once. Perhaps by some strange chance it still holds us in favor.
I wouldn't count on that. I think we're dealing with one heavy curse here. And it looks like we need to start by finding that Nilfgaardian's corpse.
Go away!
Alright, so we got the story. Now we gotta work our way a little farther in.
Leave me be! Away with you!
Yeah. Okay. So here is the Nilfgaardian ghost who's causing everything.
A wolf leading wolves.
What do you want, Spectre? Their deaths?
2 of 20 return when none remain. Yet one shall judge them. If he is merciful, he will feed them to the dead. If he is cruel, he will grant them what they came for.
A prophecy. I should have expected as much.
Bring me their hearts, so I may feast on their cowardice. Bring me their eyes, so I may spit in them before they are forever extinguished.
Is that your offer? Fine. I'll lift this curse one way or another.
Alright, so here's where you have your choice on how to finish this quest. And then if you get all the hospital files, you see you get a gamer score, find additional information about the insane asylum's history, which we just did. So now you have a choice on what to do. You can either... Well, first you have to make your way out of here. So, let's make our way out of here.
I'm in pain. I beg you, help! Give me some medicine.
And
I met the Nilfgaardian's ghost. Let's find your comrade.
Alright, so you take him back. Now there's two ways this quest can go.
Gridley,
You can either
you live.
pretend to...
What happened down there?
Well,
I found the ghost of the Emperor's soldier.
You're the Witcher. Get rid of it.
okay, so here's where it comes down to. You can say the ghost wants you dead, and let them know, and they'll give you fake, like, eyes and hearts or whatever that the ghost wanted, and pretend to trick them, which won't really work. Or you can actually surrender them to the ghost, and basically let the ghost kill them for all the evil that they've done, which is what I usually do because they're evil. Plus you get more lucrative way to end the quest. You'll get 100 XP either way, I believe, but this, if you surrender them, you actually get to loot their bodies and get like 120 orans or something. So that's what we're gonna do.
I already have. Come on, let me show you something.
Who do I see? Remember me? Corpsemen. Remember how I was torn apart bit by bit? Remember what you did with the people of this house?
You deceived us!
Crimes require punishment, and only retribution can lift the curse. I leave them to you.
I need you no more. Let the feast begin, boys!
$100 XP, baby, and they deserved it. So before you leave, head on in, grab the orange and a Witcher's robust silver sword diagram. We got 40, and then grab some more orange, and we get 44. That's 84 orange. Actually, I thought there was more than that, but still, you still got the money. And you got the silver sword, robust silver sword, which is actually the silver sword that we already have. Robust, yeah. So it's basically another one to make this, but we've already found it earlier in the game, so we didn't really need that. So anyway, I like killing those guys because it's their fault. And then here's a quick exit out of here. Quicker exit. Make sure I'm going the right way because I do get lost often. We want to go straight and then left. No. Wait a minute, where am I going? Here we go. There we go. And that gets us out of here. Alright, so that's the In the Closet Madness quest. And we took care of the guys, deservedly so, because they were pure evil in their ways, and they got what they deserved. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Take care.